backing into potholes I didn't even see, traps that I didn't even know, all because I said no. Literally.
Because you said no.
Literally. He was telling me to walk away from stuff, and I was like, nah, I kind of like this. Right. Telling me to give up stuff, I was like, yeah, but I'm used to this. I'm not this. If I give it up, I don't know anything. The uncomfortable. He just kept calling. I wish it was somebody that was there with me when he came, and when he told me. So because it's like I know the call was just for me, but so someone else that I could relate to and be like, did you see him come in? He would stop me in the middle, like in my tracks.
Of course.
Going into work, going to catch the man on the corner, whatever, and
stop you.
Literally, I would stop, and he would tell me,
"This ain't it."
No, every time. I was 16. I was about 25.
Oh wow! So you got caught at
yeah.
You knew
16,
it.
16.
You knew this in high school.
Yeah.
You
absolutely.
did?
Yeah.
You never shared that with me.
About 24 years old, he came again. At 27 is when
it really got
during
real.
COVID. Yeah, I remember the exact Sunday, what we wore in the choir stand. Exactly what I thought. Tamara Givens hit me in the face. I thought she hit me when the Holy Spirit came and knocked me off my feet. I thought it was her. Like I thought she came and swung.
You thought you was really physically assaulted.
And said, like, if I gotta beat it out of you, I will.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you have those three. You have a timeline where you intuitively knew it was God.
Absolutely.
You knew it was God.
Absolutely.
Who did he sound like?
Just like me.
Just me. At 16, I can see where you was like,
yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, when I really started dipping and dabbing at like 16, he kind of gave me that flash of like, you sure you want to do this? And I was like, I think so.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
I think.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm not sure.
I don't know if the whole evangelist walk is for me. Like, I remember that conversation with him. Like, I don't know if that's really what you want me to do.
Right.
Yeah, when he came again at 24, it was more of, but I'm used to this right here.
Right, I done lived life.
So to give all of this up, I'm not sure that I'm really willing to do that.
Let's be mathematical.
Yeah.
16 to 24.
Yeah.
Watch this. 24 subtract 16 is what?
About 7.5.
8.
8 years. Yeah.
8 is always a number new beginnings.
Always. Yeah. And at 27, August
27, 24 is 3.
Mm-hmm.
Divine.
But the year I turned 28.
Another number, 3 and 8.
In the 8th month, August.
Yeah. And the man was at the pool for 38 years.
I ain't never put them two together.
I'm just showing
you.
You had that 16-year-old, 24, 8-year span.
Yeah.
The number of new beginning is 8.
Yeah.
24 to 27.
In the 8th month. Yeah.
3 years, 38. So now you have that man who was there for 38 years.
Yes.
So now you understand. Between 16 and 27, the season of uncomfortability.
Let me tell you. Yeah.
I'm not saying it's comfortable now. So let me say this to the listening audience. I'm Instagram you up there.
Instagram we on.
Yeah. I'm not saying it will get comfortable all the way where you're just comfortable, because it won't. You're dealing with some ambiguities within your own spirit. But what I'm saying is there's a level of comfortability in the uncomfortable when you start walking in purpose. That
part. Still walking a territory that's uncomfortable, but I'm more comfortable in me.
Figuring out who you are.
Who I am. Like, I was telling the teens, I was like, now I feel like I'm living. And I ain't got no more money in the bank account than I did. Ain't nothing more different than my walk. It's my walk.
That's what's different.
Yeah. It's
awareness.
My walk. Yeah.
It's my awareness.
Yeah.
People forget God is a God of awareness.
Yeah.
Quit forcing God to be just a feeling.
That part.
It's awareness.
That part.
Like, you got to be like, I'm aware. I didn't know your testimony, 6 to 24 to 27, but I just started seeing it. I was aware. I'm aware of some biblical numbers. I'm aware of sequences.
Yeah.
Now I can say, okay, look, this is your new beginning. This is a new season in your life.
Mm-hmm.
So then now with this new season, we're talking about being comfortable.
Yes.
The transition of you getting comfortable.
Yes.
Talk to us about that.
So I'm in that place now where let me see how I can put this the best way I can put it. Like, the question that me and Hill was talking about was, what has God called you to that has caused you to be uncomfortable? And I have to go places that I don't always want to go. Mm-hmm. I have to do things that I don't want to do. I have to do things that I don't feel I have the capacity, ability, reliability, or anything. Any ability to be able to do. But the minute that I die to me, and that's being intentional. You got to be intentional with that. But the minute that I say I can't, is when God's saying, now I can.
And I will.
And I will.
Just let me hold you. I need you to be the vessel. I need a vessel.
I can.
Yeah, I need a vessel.
That part.
It's a willingness.
That's uncomfortable to get up every day and walk without knowing.
But still trusting.
Yeah. Like every day, I don't know.
But I have to trust.
I don't know. I know my routine. You know, I'm going to get up, I'm going to make my coffee. Right. I'm going to go teach my little lesson or assist my little teacher. Like, I know that. But see, even doing that every day, I don't know what is expected of me or what's going to happen, even in that classroom. Mm-hmm. I don't know what them kids are going to come in that I'm finna have to walk with them through every time. Mm-hmm. And that's my life in all aspects. Mm-hmm. I walk up every day, I wake up and I don't know. I just have to trust and literally stepping on faith. Literally stepping on faith. Like literally like I'm really out here. Like y'all, when I say I'm in that place of life that I ain't never been in this place before.
Never.
I ain't never been this like this dependent on something.
Never.
Or someone. Never. I've been out my mama's house since 18.
Right.
On my own.
Right.
I wasn't following my calling. But I've never been this dependent on anything or anyone. And to fully depend on God, that's easy to say.
Yeah.
But when you gotta do,
win.
That's uncomfortable.
Oh, of course.
And I get real with God like that now, where I'm like, you know, this is hard for me.
Of course.
To literally talk to you right now and say, I'm gonna wait for you to tell me my next move. I'm gonna wait for you to tell me what to do.
But still be intentional about doing.
I gotta be intentional about doing.
Right,
but I can sit here all day and work some figures and I need to do this and I need to do that, and maybe if I go do this and go do that. And God said,
that's not what I want you to do.
Not even a little bit.
I need you to trust me.
I need you to be still.
And learn my voice.
And I'm gonna tell you what to do.
And be aware of what's in the moment.
Yes.
Speaking of awareness, there's a mindfulness activity. And because we're educators, y'all, I need every pull over because I don't need you to doing this trying to
please
write
don't
it
do
down.
this while you're driving here.
Rain, Jazz, rain.
There, we got
the
word rain.
Yeah, we have the word rain. RAIN.
Yeah, R is recognize.
Mm-hmm. The R is a recognition.
A is allow.
Okay.
I is investigating. N is nurture. That's your rain. So R, recognize.
You recognize that you have to be independent but dependent. In both. You have to live in both.
Yes.
Like in basketball, that's over and back.
Yes. Yeah, for sure.
That's over and back.
For sure. Mm-hmm.
One half of the court is independence. Mm-hmm. The other half is dependent. And you got to be in both sides of the court at the same time. Mm-hmm. You recognize that.
Yes.
So, moving to that awareness, what gives you that affirmation or confirmation about your awareness when you know it's God or when you know it's Jazz?
But Jazz can get it. She can be hard to fight sometimes because Jazz loves her way. But when I know it's God, it's when the impossible things happen. Things that Jazz just can't do. We can't figure out. That's when I know that it's God.
You're aware of that.
I'm aware of that.
Yeah.
If I didn't exhausted all of my resources and all of my odds and ends and called all of my plugs and I still
can't.
But he make a way.
Yeah.
And he come through or he turn a situation around.
Yeah.
It's got to be God.
Yeah.
It's got to, because Jazz couldn't.
He could. She could.
No.
Not that.
No, some stuff I just can't do.
Even with the intelligence that you have.
I just can't do it.
Like you can't. You couldn't think. You never would have thought of that.
Absolutely not.
Never.
I've seen stuff drop out the sky. Like I've seen blessings fall in my lap.
You aware?
Absolutely. Well, I turn my back and go in the corner. I'm like, God, you know I need this. You know I need this. And I'm going to trust that you're going to give it to me and turn right back around and it's there on the table. I've seen it.
And it wasn't there before.
Where'd it come from?
You know it.
I couldn't do it.
I couldn't do it.
I didn't go out and find it.
None of it.
Once I didn't witness it, like I just tell people, try them. Once you done seen them do stuff like that, it's hard for me to go back and be like, I don't know them and doubt them.
Right.
That's hard for me.
Doubt is being removed every time.
I can't relate to that.
Right.
I can't relate to that.
In the season you are now.
Yeah, in the season I'm in now. Now I can relate to it as somebody that's walked in it.
Right.
Yeah, because I walked in it.
Yeah.
But now I can't even dumb myself down to get to that level of being like, well, darn, let me think about it your way. I can't even think like that.
What?
Because I've seen them do it.
Right. I can't think.
I can't think like that.
I can't even think that way. Mm-mm. And that's where the breakthrough comes in your awareness when you compare some of your thoughts 3, 4,
Yes.
5 years ago to how
now?
you think now.
Yes.
Like, what was I thinking?
And being aware that I have to make an intentional decision each day on what I'm going to do, who I'm going to serve,
What I'm
who
going to think.
trust.
What I'm going to think. What I'm going to think.
What am I going to think today?
What am I going to think today?
That part.
Without letting my thoughts control me.
That
I
part.
direct them.
That part.
I have to make sure because that's part of the awareness.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So now that you have recognized, you are aware, how do you investigate your own testimony? Like what parts are you pulling out when you investigate? Like even in the classroom, you gave me that head, shoulders, knees and toes. Like that was so cute and cool. And I taught it in the barber shop, and this young girl learned it, and she knows her
partners
facts.
of 6.
Yeah, partners of 10. Yeah, she did 10, 4 plus. Yeah. It was partners of 6. You're right. Yeah, 5 plus 1 is 6 equals 6. Yeah. So when you start investigating even your instructional methods, do you see God in that?
Absolutely. I can go back from a time I'm like 16 to now and recognize where God was there, and I didn't know it was Him.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I was being put in positions back then where I was doing this work and wouldn't have never called it this work.
Then you knew that as a teenager. Now you know it now.
Now I know it now. Then it was just like, it's just, I'm just smart like that.
Right. I can do this.
I'm just intelligent like it.
Right.
Then I got to the place where Jazz just can't. So how do I continue when I no longer can?
When I no longer
My ability had ran out.
A long time ago.
And that's when he was able to step in. And it just continued. And I was like, dang, I remember at 18 or 17,
when this
you
happened.
did that exact same thing. And I could have sworn it was me. And it was you.
That then.
And I just didn't know it.
Didn't have the awareness.
I didn't have the awareness that it was him. So when I say, like, if y'all, like those that didn't see me, I tell the teens, some of these teens, they were 5 and 6 years old when they came into my life. And, Lil Jazz, she was about 7 or 8 years old. She's a freshman in college. They didn't see me walk through that valley.
They've seen it.
They've seen that.
They've seen it.
And for those that haven't, I'm like, man, if you knew me then and know me now, a walking example of what the mercy of God can do.
And that nurtures you how?
How does it nurture me?
Or how do you nurture others through that?
I just let them know that He's real.
Yeah.
I let them know what He can do. I use my own life and my own examples to teach them what God can do. You think your situation's so bad that God can't come and change that? Let me tell you about this. And once I done ran them through Jazz,
right?
They like, dang, He brought you through that, baby.
Sure. I'm here.
If He did it for me,
He'll do it for you.
He'll do it for you. We're walking our own Bible stories every day.
Yeah, we are living epistles.
We literally are.
Yeah, we have to do that.
And that's how I nurture them, because when they read the Bible now, it's so. It seems so
forward,
big and foreign,
right?
But once I flip it and break it down, I take all of your names of Moses and your Daniels and replace them with our Lanayas and our Kenzies. They like, oh man,
it connects.
Oh man, that's my story.
This is me.
It's just in 2023.
Yeah, this is me.
Yeah,
all day long.
long.
Speaking of Moses, and we only have 3 minutes. I told you. You already know.
Flies.
She knows.
Flies.
Before we go into Moses' story, tell them your social media handles again.
Yes,
so they can
on
get you.
Instagram at Jazz DV Adams. On Facebook, Jazz Adams. On TikTok, Jazz DV Adams. That's JAZZ, D as in dog, V as in Victor, ADAMS. You can find me on all 3. Same name, same face.
Jazz
New
Adams.
Walk.
New Walk.
That part.
the Moses story we were sharing in the where we were
planning.
grubbing,
Mm-hmm.
and then back in where we were planning.
Yeah.
You know, an assignment has arisen that you really can't ignore. That
Yes.
the old Jazz would have ignored it hands down.
I'm not doing that. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, Jazz.
Because we looked at the logistics of the turnaround, the
Exactly.
commute, the staying in, the commute back. It's like, there was no
time,
way. Right.
all that.
Like, people don't really factor that in.
Yeah.
So, you know, we have to put some other things in place so that it's rewarded, because God rewards faithfulness, number one. But I was sharing with you that you become that Moses or Pharaoh's daughter. Somebody's there that needs to be pulled up and
Absolutely.
out. And if you do not,
I suffocate their gift.
how do they get nurtured?
Exactly.
You
That
know what
part.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
That part.
That makes it worthwhile for me to go. That in this season makes it to where it's like I dare not say no. It's an automatic yes.
Automatic.
It's got to be.
Got to be.
Yeah.
Got to be.
Yeah.
Got to be
It's an
automatic.
automatic yes.
It's an automatic yes.
Yes.
So giving God a yes now comes from the recognition, the awareness, the investigation, right?
I definitely knew I couldn't take my old yes into a new season.
You knew that.
Absolutely. Going into this season, the yes that I gave him last year or 2 years ago still wasn't good enough.
It's not good enough.
Because I still would ration. I still would have to sit down with him. But God.
You would outthink him.
But now,
or try to.
Yes.
I would literally try to outthink God.
Absolutely.
And give him every reason why.
Now, God, I gave you a yes that I would live for you now. And I gave you a yes that I would walk beside you.
Right.
But I still didn't say I was going to do all this.
Not this. Because this was not on. This ain't in the daily plans.
I can't see. I don't know what we doing.
And you still
I don't know too many people. That's why a lot of people don't go to haunted houses here. You can't see your way.
Can't see your way.
Mm-mm.
You can't see your way.
You can't see your way. It's literally like walking with God is almost like walking with a blindfold sometimes. Yeah.
Listen, y'all. We'll be back next week.
That part.
Listen. Facebook, Instagram, Facebook.
Instagram, Jazz DV Adams. Facebook, Jazz Adams. TikTok, Jazz DV Adams.
Hey, y'all. It's been the Yolanda and Cornelia show. We will see y'all back in about a minute and a half with the Christian Business Connection with your host, Ronald Jasmine. Until next week, be blessed, y'all.
All right, good people.